A human rookie arrived and the galaxy's apex predator followed her. The docking bay of Outpost Drelvii was a cavern of steel and humming machinery, a place where soldiers from across the galactic Concord came to train. Veterans towered in gleaming armor, insectoid warriors sharpened their mandibles, reptilian troopers flexed claws the size of blades. Every species represented its own brutal survival story. And then she arrived. A human. The recruits muttered as she stepped off the shuttle. Small by comparison, with no armor beyond a standard trainee suit, hair pulled into a bun, eyes bright with nerves and determination. Her name, according to the manifest, was Rookie Sarah Cade. Fragile, someone hissed in Vayari tongue. Soft, another sneered in Carthan growl. She won't last the week, a Threxian clicked. The instructors ignored the whispers. They'd heard them before. Humans were young to the stars, and their reputation as deathworlders was already unsettling. But surely this girl, barely into adulthood, was no threat. And then the lights dimmed. The presence. A ripple passed through the air like pressure before a storm. The recruits stiffened, mandibles twitching, frills flaring. Their instincts screamed predator. Something had followed the human. From the shadows of the shuttle ramp, a figure padded silently onto the deck. Its movements were fluid, muscles rippling beneath sleek black fur. Golden eyes gleamed like twin suns. Teeth flashed as it yawned, casual, bored. The bay fell silent. It was a panther. An apex predator from Earth, lethal beyond reason. Larger than any feline the aliens had seen, it moved with the confidence of something that had never once feared defeat. And it walked beside Sarah as if it belonged to her. The reaction. Chaos erupted. The Vayari shrieked, scrambling onto crates. The Threxians raised spears, clicking in alarm. Even the massive Carthans took involuntary steps back, their claws trembling. "Contain it," an officer shouted. "Deploy stunners," cried another. But Sarah spun, arms raised. "Stop. He's with me." The predator growled low, hackles raised, as soldiers leveled weapons. The sound froze them where they stood, instincts overriding courage. Sarah placed a hand on the great beast's shoulder. "Easy, Ash. They're just nervous." The bay echoed with disbelief. She touched it casually, fearlessly, as if the galaxy's nightmare was nothing more than a house pet. The explanation. In the debrief chamber, panic still lingered. Officers barked at Sarah, demanding answers. "You brought a predator into a military installation. That thing is a threat to every species here. Explain yourself, human." Sarah swallowed, then spoke softly. "He's my partner. Where I go, he goes. Back on Earth, we call them panthers. He's been with me since I was a kid rescued from a sanctuary. He's protective, but he won't hurt anyone unless I'm in danger." Laughter broke out. Nervous, disbelieving. "You live with it?" a Vayari asked, voice shrill. "In your home," a Threxian clattered. "You sleep beside it?" a Carthan demanded, eyes wide. Sarah blinked, confused. "Well, yeah. Doesn't everyone back home have pets?" The chamber erupted again, fear, awe, outrage. The test. The instructors decided. If the human claimed the beast was tame, then let it prove itself in the training field. The recruits were herded into the arena, weapons set to training mode. The panther crouched beside Sarah, muscles taut, eyes scanning. The simulation began. Predators of light and hologram emerged, scaled horrors from the Threxian homeworld, multimorphed nightmares from the Carthan swamps. The recruits tensed, forming defensive lines. Sarah only whispered, "Go." Ash leapt. The panther moved like liquid death, tearing through projections with claws and teeth, faster than any soldier could track. When a simulated beast lunged for Sarah, Ash slammed it aside with a snarl that rattled the arena walls. The recruits stood frozen, weapons forgotten. When the simulation ended, the field was littered with shredded holograms, and the panther sat calmly at Sarah's side, licking a paw. She scratched his head. "Good boy." The whisper spreads. By nightfall, the outpost buzzed with whispers. The human walks with death itself. She commands predators like soldiers command drones. If this is her pet, what else do humans keep? For the elder races, predators were enemies, things to flee or kill. But the human rookie had shown them something unthinkable. Not only did humans face apex predators, they tamed them, made them family, turned fear into loyalty. And that terrified the galaxy more than any weapon. The final lesson. Weeks later, during a live-fire exercise, disaster struck. A training drone malfunctioned, targeting recruits with lethal rounds. Panic spread as shields failed and cadets scattered. One round streaked toward Sarah. Before anyone could react, Ash hurled himself into the line of fire. Armor-piercing metal slammed into his flank, sparks flying off protective plating hidden beneath his fur. The panther roared, not in pain, but in fury. He leapt at the drone, claws rending steel, tearing it to pieces before it could fire again. The recruits stared in horror and awe. Sarah dropped to her knees beside Ash, hugging him fiercely. "You're okay. I've got you." And in that moment, the truth crystallized for every alien who saw it. Humans did not just survive their death world. They walked beside its monsters. They made them allies. They made them love. The aftermath. The incident spread across the Concord like wildfire. Reports whispered of the human rookie and her living shadow, the predator that guarded her like a starship's shield. In diplomatic halls, ambassadors trembled. If one fragile-seeming girl could command such loyalty from a nightmare, what did it mean for humanity as a whole? The question echoed across the stars. If humans tame their predators, what happens when they tame ours?